Hi guys, a very good evening. Mamuka sei, maswera sei, kumativimana enyika kwamuri. I'm back so that we can look at this issue and give a conclusion. The question is, can President Mnangagwa be removed from office to face the allegations placed by Susan Mutami? And it is very important for us to say this. Before you affect somebody, you need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that that person committed a crime before he or she faces impeachment. So in this case, first of all, before we talk about impeachment, we need real evidence because these were just allegations. And we cannot remove a president from power. A president cannot be removed based on mere allegations. These allegations must be backed with factual evidence of what really happened or what really transpired. So there must be a degree of admissibility of the evidence to make sure that the impeachment process So once the evidence is there and the evidence satisfies Parliament, they can then go on through the impeachment process. So I'm very sorry here. I'm late and I'm trying to give you here. So as you can see right on the screen here, we need to talk using the points right on the screen. So we need to see how best this issue can be resolved and how best this issue cannot cause a lot of trouble, because when you pursue a case, you need to pursue it with actually knowing fully well that you will succeed or you will win. So in this case, as I mentioned earlier, we need to go through a parliamentary process. And I need to, as you can see right on the screen, I don't know if you can actually see what is on the screen. On my side, I can see, but I don't know if you can see what is right on the screen there. Can somebody confirm if you can see what is on the screen? so that we can proceed properly. So here, what is going to happen? Let's say Susan Mutami brings evidence, and Susan Mutami manages to go before the parliament to present her evidence before the parliament. What is going to happen is that we are going to expect a vote of no confidence. But a vote of no confidence does not necessarily mean that we are going to remove the president from power, because according to Section 109, um, you only allow the both houses, the Senate and the National Assembly, to pass a vote of no confidence. But what is going to happen is that after the vote of no confidence is passed, the president decides what can be done. He can choose to remove, to dissolve cabinet and appoint a new cabinet. Secondly, what the president can do, the president can dissolve parliament and call a general election within 90 days. So at this moment, let's say the parliament decides to pass a vote of no confidence against President Mnangagwa. President Mnangagwa can just dissolve the whole parliament. He remains president, but the whole parliament is dissolved. And he calls for the elections within 90 days. And what is going to happen next is that we are going to wait for the election. So whatever way, you can actually see that he remains president up until the election is done, and he can run for a second term because he just had the first term. So all that moment we are doing everything like that, you still cannot institute legal proceedings against him, which means he remains president even if a vote of no confidence is passed. So let's say he survives a vote of no confidence. What is going to happen is that the ZANU-PF structures can recall President Mnangagwa and say, you are no longer a member of ZANU-PF, right? When President Mnangagwa ceases to be a member of ZANU-PF, he can still be the president of the republic, but not a member of ZANU-PF. I don't know if you can hear me well. He can remain president of the Republic of Zimbabwe, but no longer a leader of ZANU-PF. Which means whatever way we are going to proceed to 2023 with President Mnangagwa, even if we are to use vote of no confidence through parliament or to use the issue of recall from ZANU-PF, he remains president of the republic. Okay, let's go on to the issue of impeachment. So when we are now talking about impeachment, we have failed to recall him. We have failed to use a vote of no confidence to remove him from power. He still persists and he is still in power, but we want to remove him so that he can face the allegations. Then we will have to go through impeachment process. And the impeachment process, it is guided by Section 97 of the Constitution. And the Senate and the National Assembly, they need to sit down and they need to resolve that the president should be removed from office. And the reason the president can be removed from office should be, number one, serious misconduct. Number two, failure to obey or uphold or defend the Constitution. Number three, willful violation of the Constitution. And number four, inability to perform his duties because of physical or mental incapacity. And in my view, I don't see these grounds giving us any possible reasonable ground to say we can impeach him at this moment. I don't see him being impeached using the evidence or whatever which might be provided at this juncture. In my view, I don't believe that we are going to have enough evidence which might make us remove him, even for serious misconduct. So, given that maybe there is proof enough to say he had serious misconduct, and he has failed to obey and uphold and defend the Constitution. We are going to see next, we are going to see the Parliament continuing with the impeachment process. So a committee is going to be set. After a committee is set, then they will have to investigate into these allegations raised. So this committee is going to thoroughly investigate into the raised issues on whether the president is not fit to continue holding office and whether the president can be impeached. And if this committee finds out that indeed there is there are reasonable grounds for impeachment, then the president is impeached from the presidency and is removed from power. So this is in brief. This is the this is how we can look at this issue. This is how we can look at the removal of President Emerson Mnangagwa. So it takes time for the impeachment process to complete. It's something which can't be done in a day. So you need to move motions. You have to sit. You have to lay down the procedures. You have to do a lot of issues regarding the removal of the president, because that is not an easy task to do. So you can actually see that these are the issues, and the reason why I say it's not easy to impeach President Mnangagwa at this juncture is because MPs from ZANU-PF, they survive by being members of ZANU-PF. They live by being members of ZANU-PF. So anybody who is going to have an upper hand is going to win the support of the MPs. And it's difficult when you are not a president and you are pushing for the removal of the president through impeachment, for the MPs to just come on your side once. You have seen what happened to President Mnangagwa. First of all, he had to flee. The MPs were on Robert Mugabe's side. After the military had taken over, that is when the MPs changed the sides. They switched the sides because there was now an involvement of the military. They knew very well that they were secure. And some of the MPs, even who were not in agreement with the coup, not a coup, they went on to support this initiative, although they didn't agree with it. So what is going to happen is that we are going to have divided people. Is Nelson Chamisa going to offer his MPs against President Mnangagwa? Is Douglas Monzora going to offer his MPs against President Mnangagwa? Why? Without these MPs, it's risky for them to attempt to impeach President Mnangagwa. Why? Because not all MPs will join that band and say, let's remove him. Not all of them. So in this case, they need the opposition. They might have a lot of MPs who want to impeach the president, but they need the opposition so that they stand their ground. So without that, there is nothing they can do. Without the opposition, there is nothing they can do. But given that in the past, they were given an opportunity and they were given support, but they misused that support which they were given, and they abused the opposition. It's going to be difficult for them to actually go with the impeachment. I don't believe that Monzora will back the impeachment, and I don't believe that President Chamisa at this moment will back the impeachment. Why? It does harm for the CCC or for the opposition for President Mnangagwa to go now. It is better for us to go for an election with President Mnangagwa, and he is much defeatable. So I don't think that there is need for us to change the government right now. And given all those circumstances, you can actually see that it is going to be difficult for Susan Mutami to have justice at this moment, where, even if she comes with whatever evidence you might think of. So basically, in my view, I don't believe that Parliament can, at any time soon, I don't believe that they can impeach President Emerson Mnangagwa so that Susan Mutami can have her way through. That one, I don't believe it can happen. So the only way is to wait for 2023 elections
The only way is to wait up until president is removed from power. Once he's removed from power, then they can proceed with the reporting. They can proceed with the arrest and so forth. So this is my view. At this moment, I don't believe that these allegations will be answered one way or the other, because I've tried to give you the few things of how this process could be done. And I've used the template of President Robert Mugabe in 2017. So in as much as we may want change in the nation of Zimbabwe, what we can do at this moment is to register to vote. What we can do at this moment is to make sure that we mobilize for voter registration. Find 10 people to mobilize, to make sure that they register. 10 people only. If they register to vote, you have done your part. 100,000 people, each person with 10 people, that is 1,000,000 people registered to vote. Then the probability of victory is very high if we add numbers like that, because numbers of ZANU-PF right now, they have not increased. There is no way President Mnangagwa is going to get more votes than he got in 2018. There is no way. And there is no way Nelson Chamisa is going to get lesser votes than which he got in 2018. So if we are to add 1,000,000 people who support Advocate Nelson Chamisa, it means it's 1 plus 1 million for Nelson Chamisa. So from 2.1 official votes, it means he is going to have over 3 million votes. So that is it. That is it in Zimbabwe. I have given you my thoughts regarding the impeachment of the president, the removal of the president, and at this juncture, I don't believe that there is anything they can do. Maybe they will use the same 2017 tactics. If not, there is nothing they can do. They have to wait for the elections. They will have to wait for his defeat by Nelson Chamisa, and maybe that is when they can begin to ask him to answer the allegations. But there is a problem right now. Let's say he is removed by any chance possible. What is going to happen is that, just like Robert Mugabe, he might get immunity. So when he gets immunity from prosecution, from whoever anengaita mashinanigans ake, it means that way the prosecution of him has been blocked here in the nation of Zimbabwe. Zvasara ndezvokuti maybe at international level, through the International Criminal Court, maybe that is how you can actually push for that. But if he gets immunity the same way Robert Mugabe and his family got immunity, it is going to be difficult for anybody to fight against that. So this is it in Zimbabwe. I don't know your views regarding this matter. I have tried to give you my views regarding Susan Mutami's matter and the possibilities of bringing the president to account in whatever way. So basically, these remain allegations up until he is convicted through a competent court. So there is no evidence, tangible evidence at this moment to say he actually committed this crime. We know these things are happening, but there is no evidence at this moment. So it is very important for the people of Zimbabwe to tread cautiously, and for the people of Zimbabwe to know that the only way we have for us to have a free Zimbabwe is to register to vote and to vote in 2023. Let's put our hope in the elections, not any other shenanigans. Yes, we need people to speak out, but not now, but in 2023. As soon as we win the election, open as many cases as you can. Let the new government investigate. Let the new government arrest and put those people into prison. So that is my opinion. I don't know your opinion. In the comment section, you can pass it through so that we can know what you think. Okay, Anzi, my mic was mute sometimes. Okay, I didn't see it. I mean, or maybe it's network. Maybe my network is weak. Okay, thank you very much. Kana ndikaona yatadza kubuda zvakanaka, maybe I will need to redo it, but let's see what kuti zvafamba sei. Thank you very much for coming. Ngatingosubscribe, to like, to comment. So that is it. timuzimbabwe regai tione kuti zvinhu zvacho zvinomira sei.